of the first desserts I'm going to do is a crème caramel. Now, crème caramel is very, very traditional French dish. First, what we need to do is make a caramel for our crème caramel. So that's what I'm going to start first. So once you start seeing the sides color, that's the point where you need to really keep a close eye on your sugar syrup, and it will take a matter of a few minutes or a couple of minutes to be ready. Now, this recipe does make exactly 2 very even portions. Because I'm dealing with such a small quantity, I tend to keep it on the side now, and I can control it a little bit better. A couple of seconds away. Like I said, we really need to take care now. We've got a sugar syrup that's at 120 or 115, very hot. All right, now it's gotten to that beautiful amber color that I'm really desiring. I'm going to pour it half into each ramekin, like so. At that point, I'm going to put my cream on a slow heat, like so. I'm going to let them sit for a couple of minutes, and then what we're going to do, we're going to run that caramel on the side of the ramekin. Now, it is a bit of a hazard, and we have to take great care. While I'm waiting for that to cool down, I'm just going to start mixing my 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk and sugar together. So at this point, I'm going to put a heat-proof glove on and a tea towel as well. I'm going to very carefully run caramel on the side. Like I said, you don't need to take your caramel as dark, but I like that bitter flavor in my toffee. So then it looks like that. You need to allow it to cool down a bit as it gets more viscous and less chance of you burning yourself. All right. So now I've got this beautiful coating of caramel on the side of my ramekin. This will help with the colorization of your crème caramel during the cooking and just some added flavor. When picking up these ramekins, make sure you always use a tea towel from here, otherwise you will burn yourself. Obviously, we've just put hot toffee in there and they're boiling hot. Bringing my cream and milk to a gentle simmer. Then I'm going to whisk it in. Sometimes if you're unsure, you can also strain it. I tend to put always my egg mixer into a jug anyway because it's easier to pour into your ramekins. All right, so my cream and milk is simmering. As I'm pouring, I'm going to whisk at the same time. Because we've mixed our sugar and eggs together, we've got some of the foam on top. I've always been taught to take all of that off because otherwise what happens when you bake your crème caramel, even though we turn it upside down, we see those bubbles. So I get rid of all of them before I pour it into my molds. So now we bake this in an oven at 160 degrees, a preheated oven at 160 degrees for approximately an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Now the last thing we need to do is pour hot water on the side of this. So now we're going to serve our crème caramel. I did explain it's best to set our crème caramels overnight because what happens that the caramel starts to melt and you're going to have more sauce on your plate. It is a cold dessert, so make sure your plate is cold. Now, to unmold your caramel, take your thumb, push your thumb against the side of crème caramel all the way around, like so. Place it in your hand. Now push down. Now I made quite a bitter caramel and that's up to you. So I've got that. I've got some beautiful spun sugar. Bon appetit. Crème caramel, spun sugar.